What's up, everybody? This is Zach Miller with GuitarJams.com. I'm here with one of my favorite guitars that I own. It's a 61 Gibson SG from the custom shop. Made famous by George Harrison. Maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. One of my all-time favorite, not only guitar players and songwriters and singers and Beatles, but just a really, really great dude. He was kind of my inspiration behind not only getting this guitar, but really picking up slide in the first place. I watched the Scorsese documentary that they put out on HBO about a year ago, and just kind of watching him play all the songs from All Things Must Pass, of which that was one, My Sweet Lord, and Concert for Bangladesh, just really inspired me to pick up the slide and kind of approach guitar, from a whole new perspective, so to speak. It was cool because I already knew how to play the instrument, but now I'm playing it with such a different technique, kind of with one finger, basically. And it was cool. It was like learning a new instrument again, but I already kind of had a cheat sheet, so I already knew how to kind of play it. But anyway, this is 61 SG. And a lot of people have played it. Jeff Tweedy of the band Wilco, who I'm a huge fan of, great singer-songwriter. Connor Oberst from the band Bright Eyes, he plays one. And this guy Zach Miller from the band Cotillon, I don't know. Maybe you've heard of him. He's pretty good from what I hear. Anyway, enough about that guy. Let's get to the guitar. As I said, it's a 61 Gibson SG from the custom shop, and one of the things you'll notice right off the bat is this really cool tailpiece here, this really cool tremolo unit. Kind of one of the things that set it apart. I think personally, aesthetically, it looks really cool. Kind of reminds me of like a vintage car, or a hot rod, or kind of an old, like, one of those sci-fi movies, one of the blasters they have maybe. So I just think it's a really cool looking guitar, and of course it has some functionality. It's a tremolo, it's a whammy bar. Obviously the arm isn't in right now. And actually, which reminds me, another person that plays this guitar is Derek Trucks from Derek Trucks Band, Susan Tedeschi's husband, Trucks Tedeschi Band, Allman Brothers, of course. He's actually coming out with his own Gibson signature guitar that is based on this guitar exactly. Of course, his looks like Marty's with the red mahogany, but he's got this cool kind of tail unit on there. But again, a little more about kind of just the history of this guitar. 59, they had, the most famous Les Paul, kind of the one I showed you in one of the other videos when Jimmy Page played. Then in 1960, they streamlined the neck a little bit. Then in 61, they came out with this Les Paul that was later known as the SG, and it was just kind of an even more streamlined, refined version of the Les Paul. As you can see, the body's a lot thinner, accessibility to the neck is a lot easier. You can get all the way up in there. And also another thing, a lot like the Strats at the time, a lot of people were complaining about the weight of Les Paul. So what they did was they added these nice contours here to lighten it and just make it more comfortable against your body when you played it. But aside from that, I mean, it's pretty much like most any other SG. It's got this beautiful Brazilian rosewood neck. It's got your famous Gibson Deluxe tuners here, and I really dig the color too. It's this white. They also make a blue one. I think it's like the Pelham blue. That's kind of it's actually the Elliot Easton model, the guitarist from the Cars, who's a ripper in his own right. And of course, let's not forget Angus Young, kind of the king of the SG. But the other thing is, a lot of people were asking me about this. They said they saw it on top of my amp in some of the lessons. It is actually my guitar slide. I got it from a great friend and mentor to Marty and I, to Guitar Jams, famous Bob Ryan over Buffalo Brothers there. And he goes, Zach, I think it's time. You wanna learn slide. I want you to learn it the right way. Here's my gift to you. So he kind of gave me this and showed me a couple riffs, and they went like this.